What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another My Damn Toys video. Today, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the yearly tradition here on the channel where we take you through the massive box of horror action figures. Very excited for this. I may even redo it later on in the month because I have a few more figures coming in that I want to get into that I'm really excited about. So we'll see how that goes, man. But I wanted to start off the month of October and the double uploads with the massive box of horror figures. So we're going to go through the massive box, man. Very excited for it. This year we got a couple of additions here and there, but I'm always excited to get into it. It's spooky season. It's fall. It's my favorite time of the year, man. So let's go ahead, shut the hell up, and dive into the massive box of horror figures. We also have some things here and there. Like you guys can see Big Daddy right here. He's not horror. He's more video game, but I guess he could be a horror character. I don't know, but you know, it adds to the box anyway. But let's start off with one of the newer additions that I recently got, and let's start off with this Rhino Alien. This Rhino Alien figure is insane, dude. Like, look at the head. Look at the sculpt. NECA never holds back on these things. I will say the articulation is a bit wonky. I feel like most NECA figures are like that, but I enjoy it, man. It looks really sick. It's going to look amazing on the shelf. One of my favorite features is the hinge on the jaw. Like, dude, look at that right there. That is absolutely incredible. I love the way that looks. That looks insane. I love that. All this different sculpted detail and paint apps, they did a fantastic job on it, so huge props to NECA. I just feel like the legs are a bit wonky, you know, like the feet and stuff, which, you know, you're kind of limited. It was $30. Like, if you look at this, if it had all the articulation that it probably needs, it'd probably be like upwards of $50 or something, but the alien figure looks insane. I did want to start off with that one. Moving right along, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the original Pennywise right here. Now, you guys can tell me if you're team remake or if you're team original. Now, I grew up watching the original. I wasn't around when it first released, but when I was a kid, I used to watch it all the time. I wasn't even afraid of it. I was more of like entertained by it. I thought that Curry did a fantastic job with it. He is missing his hand. It's probably somewhere in the box there, but love the way this figure looks. I think NECA did a great job. Again, kind of wonky articulation, but it looks amazing up on a shelf, which we can always appreciate, and you could get him into some solid poses. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have Pinhead or Hellraiser if you want to get into it. Very nice details on this one. This is one of the cloth figures. It's supposed to be holding the cube there, but you know, I guess he dropped it. It's probably in the accessories baggie. I'll probably do a video on that entire bag. It's like a massive bag full of accessories, but the Pinhead looks great. I love the cloth that we got going on. Great details on it, and I've really never dove headfirst into the Hellraiser series. I always used to see him at Blockbuster all the time and wanted to rent them, but I never did, so there's that. Next up, guys, we have the Atari Leatherface in the, this is just a total money grab in my opinion. You know, we got the Ultimate Leatherface, and then, you know, I feel like they were just trying to get us a little money grab, and they did the video game series, which is what it is, but I don't know, man. I'm just not a fan of this. It's a cool piece, like the regular version, but the Atari version, it's like, you know, it's just solid green plastic and then like a random head on there. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that figure. Next up, guys, we do have Jason Voorhees from Freddy vs. Jason. I think we do have a couple copies in this video. Wasn't always a fan of this look of Jason. You know, he's got like the freaking platform boots on there. They wanted him to be 20,000 feet high for some reason. Really wish Kane Hodder would have been cast as Jason for this film, but maybe the dream's not over. Maybe we can get a Kane Hodder film for Jason before, you know, it's all said and done there. But I like this figure. It's pretty solid. Kind of wobbly legs there, but, you know, it gets the job done. I like the Jason figure. We're getting into our first Mezco figure, which I'm not a fan of either. I'm not a big fan of Mezco. You guys can tell me if you're Team NECA or Team Mezco. I am definitely Team NECA. I think that, you know, I don't know. I feel like the Mezco scale isn't the best. I love the details in the cloth, but the articulation and the details, I think NECA gets better. And, yeah, I mean, you got Michael Myers from Mezco. Not bad, but a little bit too small in my opinion. I guess it's just kind of personal preference. Moving next, guys, we do have this, like, smaller, unique Jason figure, which is really cool. I love the mask on this one. Really unique sculpt on here. Whoever did this head sculpt did a fantastic job. I love how the mask goes on and off. This thing looks great up on the Friday the 13th shelf, and it has the sick little axe piece that you can take out as well. Covered in blood. Very nice piece. I like that thing a lot. It's kind of different. Up next, guys, we do have a smaller Big Daddy. This is a lot tinier than the big version, but it's still a really nice figure. I think this one goes for a pretty penny. I don't know the exact details on it. I think it was I want to say it was a 2-pack. I could be wrong about that, but you have a Big Daddy figure right here. Pretty nice, but it's not nearly the scale of the other one, which we'll get into later. Next up, guys, we have another Jason Voorhees, and it's going to be part 6. Now, I guess his mask fell off somewhere. I don't see it. Maybe right here. Go ahead and plop his mask on right here. Very nice figure. I love the chain that it comes with. You do got the machete pocket right there, which is operational, which is nice. Wobbly legs again, which sucks, but I really enjoy this. My part 7 did not come in for this video, which is kind of trash, but we'll probably do, we may do a full-fledged review on that. If you guys want to see part 7 full-fledged review, again, I'll probably do another massive box of horror figures featuring some of the newer characters or something, but there's a part 6 Jason. Next up, guys, we do have a part 3, and I don't mind this one. You know, this is more of like, I definitely prefer the more muscular, more, you know, the bigger Jason version, but not bad at all. You know, you got some blood splatter on there. Looks pretty good. Again, man, this is the only problem I have with NECA figures is their legs get really, really loose, but there's another Jason Voorhees. We have quite the Jason Voorhees collection, as you guys will see, but up next, guys, we do have the Leatherface figure, which looks amazing. Doesn't this look so much better than the Atari version? For a good reason, right? It's not just one solid green piece. I love the apron on this one with the blood spatter. I think that looks fantastic. It came with great accessories. It looks really good. I like the jean color. I love the Leatherface. I think it's awesome. We have another Jason Voorhees back here, guys. We have the Friday the 13th, 2009 remake, which was very interesting. You can pop the mask off. You guys can see the maskless version right there, which looks pretty sick. Great details on this as well. Would really like to see some double jointed arms on this guy, but pretty unique take on Jason. You know, I remember seeing it in the theater, and it was solid. You know, I mean, the Friday the 13th series is a little bit wacky, right? So you just got to get into it. Next up, we have our first Michael Myers. We have Halloween Part 2 here. Gunshot wounds to the eyes. Always thought that was hilarious. Like, he's just what a sharpshooter, you know what I'm saying? But bullet holes in him looks pretty good right there. Never was a fan of the way the actor looked underneath the mask, but you know, I think I like it as a figure, and hopefully we get more Michaels in the future. Next up, guys, we do have our 2 Halloween from 2018 figures, which are really sick. I'm sure, I do believe we are getting a Halloween Kills NECA Michael Myers. It may even be close to coming out. I don't know the exact details on that, but here's 2 different versions. I think one of these has the eye showing and one of them doesn't, but I like them. They look great. You know, you get 2 different looks there. Give them different accessories. You can put them on different displays. I've been Michael Myers for Halloween the past 2 years, so I dig the look. Iconic. Next up, guys, we do have the Elizabeth Bathory Bath Full of Blood figure, and I do believe McFarlane made this. McFarlane used to make a lot of sick stuff, but it's from the McFarlane Six Faces of Madness, I think, series or something like that, which came together. Really nice display right here. Pretty cool details going on with this. You know, it's just like a little display, you know, you set up on the shelf right there. It doesn't really, I mean, it's a figure. It's more of a statue or just like a little display deal. It's not, you know, it doesn't have articulation or anything. Oh, that does it? Okay, so the hand goes up and down, which is, or is that broken? No, that's articulated, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think this was in last year's video, so there is that. That looks pretty cool. Next up, guys, we do have the remake of It, and we have a few of these in the video for sure. You know, everybody loves Pennywise and It. Here's another version of it here, which is pretty cool. So you got 2 different head sculpts. You got like battle damaged, or the, you know, the spike through the eyeball, and then you have like the regular default version, which looks really sick. Love the colors on these. They released like 800 of these. Like, I think a lot of NECA fans were pretty annoyed because they kept re-releasing like the same body molds and trying to just milk as much money as they could out of it, and for good reason. You know, I understand it completely. Next up, guys, we do have a Chucky, and what would Chucky be without his bride? So we have both right here. I think these came in a 2-pack, if I'm not mistaken, which was a really cool set. Really love the way that both of these look. I love them. Really good details. Again, pretty difficult to stand with his tiny feet, but I love the way these look, especially on display together. These are great, and what would they be without each other? You know, you gotta have them both on display there. We have another Jason Voorhees from Freddy vs. Jason. Again, same figure as we saw before. Nothing different about that one. Another wobbly legs, though. We have a new character here. We have Ghostface from Scream, which looks really good. I really enjoy this figure. Same NECA problems, though. This one does have double jointed elbows, though, which is nice. It comes with like 4 interchangeable masks, which is sick. I love the way they did this cloth hoodie and the way they did the interchangeable heads. Very nice figure. I actually enjoy this one a lot, and you could even put like random figure head sculpts on there, which makes it even cooler. Next up, guys, we have both versions of the game series for Jason, or Friday the 13th, I guess I should say. So you have the, I believe the clear one is the original SDCC exclusive, I think from 2013, if I'm not mistaken. It may have been 2015, and then you have the remake right here. So we do have both versions. Let me know if you like the thick version with the clear blue, or do you like the translucent? I personally like the translucent, you know. However, both are cool, and I like the way both of them look. I like those over the Leatherface for some reason. The Leatherface just kind of seemed a bit wonky. Next up, guys, we do have our Ultimate Freddy Krueger right here, which is really sick. Can't have Freddy Krueger without his hat, though. Where the hell's the hat, man? Okay, there it is. This is nice to see. Okay, so we'll put the hat on there, and now he's looking good. So, love the Freddy figure. I love that screaming expression. Sweater looks nice. Very nice sculpts going on with these. Gotta have the knives all spread out right here. Yeah, what an awesome Freddy figure, man. We need more Freddys in the collection. I feel like it's been a minute since they released one as well. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have some Nightmare Dogs, or some Demon Dogs, or whatever the hell these are called from Nightmare on Elm Street. Did these come with the Ultimate Freddy? I can't remember if they did or not, but they look damn ugly, I can tell you that, Brad. Definitely definitely having nightmares about this one. Next up, guys, is our next Mezco figure, and it is another Jason. And again, man, the scale just throws me off. I love the cloth goods, and I love, you know, the details that you get out of the Mezco figures. I just think they're way too tiny, especially for the price point, you know, and the articulation. I don't know, man. I could not collect Mezco. It's too expensive, and the scale scaling. It's just the scale, like, you know, you're paying like $80 to $150 for a figure and it's this tiny. It's just really difficult, at least in my opinion. Next up, guys, we have our Part 7 statue right here. I don't know where the mask went, probably fell off somewhere, but really nice statue right here, Part 7, probably my favorite Jason look, and I'm still waiting on my NECA Part 7, which again, we will do another video of the full collection if you guys want, full Jason Voorhees collection, but love the Part 7, think it looks awesome. Missing his machete as well, but great statue right there, and I think that's pretty old too. Moving right along, guys, we have another Freddy figure, and this is Nurse Freddy, I guess you could say. He's got the mask on there way before it was cool. Pretty cool stuff going on right there. This is one of the cloth series figures, and see, I think if Mezco had him in this scale, I think it'd be a little bit different, you know? So you'd have the cloth goods and you'd have the details, but it'd be a lot bigger, you know? I feel like the size is a lot better, but he's got the mask on there. Nice, I always hate when you had to go to the doctor and they made you wear the apron. You got bare-ass Kruger. Moving forward, we have Pyramid Head, which is just, this figure right here is god-awful. I can't stand this figure. You guys can see the hand missing. This is probably the worst figure in this box as far as like articulation and stuff, man. It just falls apart on me. Really, it literally falls apart all the damn time. It's constantly getting on my nerves. It looks sick AF, but trust me, Brad, don't even look at it. It hurts. Next up, guys, is another Chucky figure. Really like this one. You got half the face missing there. I love how it has all the arteries and all. Like, look at this right here. You got all that detail going on in the face. Oh, what a great paint job. Eye hanging by a thread right there. They did an excellent job on that. I love that. That's probably my favorite Chucky figure in the collection. Or not figure, but favorite head sculpt probably. Next up, guys, is the game series for the Freddy, and this is a statue. I guess you could call it a figure. You know, it has some articulation, but it doesn't have the same articulation as the Ultimate Freddy. Surprised they haven't done that just yet. You know, give us an Ultimate Freddy in this color scheme. Haven't done that yet, but he does have his removable hat right there, which is nice, and phenomenal sculpting on this figure as well. You know, like, if anything you can count on NECA for, it's gonna be their sculpts right here. Speaking of which, I don't know why I said that, but we have Part 5, Jason, or I should say Roy. Look at him under there, freaking moron. Let me know if you guys like that plot. You know, I think it's a standalone film. It would have worked great, but to be included in the Friday the 13th series, I don't know, kind of a bummer to me, but I always like this mask with the blue chevrons. It kind of gives it a different look there, but, you know, same jumpsuit, Jason Voorhees deal going on, even though it's not even Jason. Shaking my head. Up next, guys, we're taking it back a little bit. We have Part 2 Jason, which I think is really awesome. You have the plaid shirt, got the bag head on there. Usually he's holding the pickaxe, but again, all the weapons are kind of together. We're going to do a video on that, which should be awesome, but the plaid shirt looks great. I love the, you know, the eye hole and everything like that. I'm glad that they, you know, they don't leave out the, you know, it's not as iconic, but, you know, they had to go back and still make Part 2, which is always beautiful. Still waiting on a Part 1 Jason, or just an original Friday the 13th. Next up, guys, we do have this Freddy, and this Freddy, Jesus Christ, missing the gloved hand, missing the hat. I mean, Jesus Christ, you might as well remove the sweater because he's missing almost every element of Freddy Krueger. But not a bad figure when it includes all of his accessories. I don't know where the hand went and the hat. I think it's actually on a wrestling figure, if you can believe that, but looking pretty good before the stripes went all the way down the sleeves. Got to get him fixed up or buy a new one. I need to get a new one or something. Up next, guys, we do have a Part 4 Jason, if I'm not mistaken. So basically Part 3 kind of with some, you know, some brown khaki pants. Got some mudding going on right there. Nothing too exciting. If you guys wanted to see what the head sculpt looked like, pretty good in there. I like the sculpt on this one as well. I want to say we have like 20 of those, man. We have so many Part 3s and Part 4s. Up next, guys, we have two of the Jason Voorhees Dream Sequence figures right here. You got two different looks. You got the worms crawling in the face mask right there, and you got, you know, all the wetness on his clothes there. I don't know if you guys can even see the sheen finish that they added to this figure to kind of give him that wet look. I think it looks pretty damn good, though. You have two different head sculpts there, which is always great. Mask not removable. I don't think they even gave us like a removable mask mold on this one. I think they just gave us like 4 different masks, but, you know, it's very similar to Part 4. Just pretty much wet and dirty. Up next, guys, we have a few more Jasons to have. Like, look at this right here, Brad. Look at what we got down here. More Jasons here. You got some Part 3s and a Part 4, so you have one that's got the mask off with the blood dripping down the skull. You have the other Part 3. You guys want to see what that one looked like underneath the mask. Got that one going on. Kind of looks caveman-like. And then you have another Part 4, or is that Dream Sequence? I want to say that's Part 4. So all 3 of those together right there. Again, the Jason collection's massive, man. We're not even done. I told you, look, we got another one back here. We could have like a freaking, I don't know, a zombie apocalypse with all these Jasons just running through. So there's another one. And then we also have another Friday the 13th remake back here with the opposite. So we got the, you know, the bag head. So you get the different variations there. So the Jason collection is ever growing, man. Still want our Part 7 though. Got to track down our Part 7. And also, now that I'm noticing, where the hell is the Part 8? We need a Part 8 as well, but I'm still waiting on our Part 7. But next up, guys, finishing it off with our smaller figures, we do have another Pennywise here with his face melting off, and he's going for the grab there. So we have 2 of the original Pennywise. I could have swore we had more of the remake It. I guess not. I guess I'm just tripping or something, but there's another one of the Pennywises with the interchangeable head sculpt. Like, look at this head sculpt. Freaking madness. Looks insane. Love the sculpt on there. And the paint apps, man, they just nail it, man. I don't know what else to say. Moving right along, guys, we have these. Now, I don't remember if these are McFarlane or what the originality of these are, but you have 2 giant, like, Jason figures that are kind of different here. You guys will see. They're really sick. They kind of look like Hunchback of Notre Dame a little bit, but, like, look at the sculpt on here. You got the removable mask. I mean, these are insane figures. I think these are actually pretty expensive as well. They come with, like, axe accessories and stuff. Cloth goods on here. These are some of my favorite figures. They're just really unique. They look great on display shelves as well. But you have 2 different versions right here. I love them. I love both of these. Very underrated figures in the collection, I would say. And then after that, man, we have 3 gigantic Jasons and Big Daddy. Now, the Big Daddy figure is insane. Like, you guys won't even believe this is probably the most detailed figure in this box. It has the giant drill. You have articulate. You have the ratchet joints in the articulation there. You have cloth goods here. You have his tank right there. And you also have operational lights in his mask right here, or in his tank, if you will. So what you'll do is you pop off this, and then you can lights up yellow, red, or green, and you can turn it off. So, you know, you can put them in red mode right there, which is really sick, man. What a great figure. This figure is insanity. I love it. It's one of my favorites in the collection. You know, you just pop the top back on the tank right there. It also comes with Little Sister, but this figure's great, man. This is one of the best figures ever, man. Probably one of the better figures in the collection. Like, just such details and great articulation and just lots of details going on with that one. I love the Big Daddy. And then for our final 3, man, okay, first of all, we do have our nice harpoon right here. We have a giant axe, and we have a giant machete, and it looks like Freddy's hat fell off from that one figure, but you have the giant weapons to go in the, you know, the weapons video that we'll take a look at. You have 3 different Jasons right here. These are just crazy, bro. You guys remember earlier we took a look at the smaller statue? Well, this is the bigger version. Removable mask. Like, dude, look at the sculpt on that. Incredible sculpt. Part 7 Jason. Again, still waiting on our NECA version, man. Gotta have one in the 7/8 inch scale. But look at all the details. You have all the details going down on the Part 7 right there. Even the chain. Next up, you do have the giant version of Jason from Freddy vs. Jason, which is really cool. This articulates a little bit more than the Part 7, I do believe, maybe. But you got all those details going on. These are giant, by the way. Like, they're absolutely, you guys can see compared to my hand. I mean, this thing's like, I'd say twice the height of a regular Buzz Lightyear or something like that. Like, it's absolutely giant. Removable mask as well. I want to say I met the actor that played him. And then last but not least, guys, we have another giant axe. And then we have our last figure right here. And this is literally a fully articulated Part 4 removable mask. Like, this is literally the NECA figure, the regular size NECA figure, but blown up like, I don't even know how many sizes. Like, look how big it is. It even towers over the Part 7 statue over there. Has the same articulation as the smaller figures, but it is very hefty. It's like a small child. So this thing is a beast. They did a great job on this. Like, it is so big, and I love the ball rotation right here. You got a ball joint right here. Get lots of neck movement. I mean, that's one of the better pieces as well, man. They look great on display. But as we rotate, you guys will see all of the figures over here stacked up. Again, we do have some more on the way. And stay tuned for the rest of the month of October, man, because we're going to have a horror video going up every single day this month. So stay tuned, man. Setups, figure matches with the horror figures, collection videos, all kinds of stuff coming up on the channel, man. But thank you guys so very much for watching. That wraps up another edition of the massive box full of horror figures. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Comment your favorite figure from the video, and let me know some characters you would like to see in some of the videos this month. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you, and don't cross the line like me for not having more figures.
You crossed the line.